to say this, but I think my prediction kind of come true, but I will probably much explain why. So if you guys do not know, in my previous video, I explained when will the Future Saga Chapter 4 CLC be, and in that video, I explain, I made speculation that the DLC might be released in July or August of 2026. But since the trailer came out and since the second trailer of Future Saga Chapter 4 came out along with the release date, I was like, damn, my prediction will come true. And as for me, I actually watched the trailer. In my opinion, it was kind of good in my opinion. And we got to see a fused new form, Ultra Super Villain in Super Kai Time, and Ultra Superhero Goku. And we also see it also is hinting that of our character transforming into Ultra Superhero, which is some people are speculating that it might be the new Awoken skill, but pretty much I will explain that later on. And basically, and also we'll also be getting some new costumes, we're getting new costumes. We get a new parallel quest, new additional skills, new artworks, and new accessories and other stuff. But at the bottom there are four basically question marks at the end. And basically that it says July 4th and July 5th. Now in my so now there are some big now in this video this is gonna be another speculation of what those basically in those days what we are basically getting, since Bandai Namco is now probably going full out on this DLC by basically showing us some more content of this DLC in pretty much every day now. And basically I want to go ahead and get to it. So on July 4th, which is obviously my speculation is basically we only know that some people are saying that we might get Ultra Superhero. Now the real reason why I say that we might go Superhero because it is some people are rumored that our character might have grabbed the sword or that few drop in Future Saga Chapter 3, and when he dropped that sword, and basically it's hinting that we might end up able to access that power. And basically I really hope that it might be basically a Awoken skill, but seriously, if it does, then I'll probably be hyped to death. And basically, if I be hyped to death, I mean hyped to the point that I basically almost catch myself to a heart attack. If this becomes very well, whatever. Let me get moving to the next one. So the next one that people are speculating is a new character. Now, as we already know that Ultra Super Villain Super Kai Time and Ultra Superhero Ultra Goku are basically prepared to be two characters. But on July 5th, I think it might be confirmed that we might get a new character, which some people are speculating that Fuse's new form might end up being a playable character. Now, if that is the case, then I want to see how many skills that he's going to... excuse me. I want to see how many skills he's going to have. Like, if he has, like, some new skills. I'm sure they're going to be, like, reuse skills from his normal half. But I actually want to say that some people are going to say that he's not going to be a playable character. He's going to be an NPC, a non-playable character. But if that becomes the case, then if he becomes like a character that is only playable in the crystal battles, which if you guys do not know, well, crystal battles where you basically play as the raid bosses in those expert missions, when you basically go around and basically you collect new skills, and some demon realm crystals that allows you to access to those battles. And now unlike there are also some other characters that are who are also only playable in crystal battles, and those characters are Final Form Mira, Demagra, and half corrupted Zamasu. 3 characters from basically that could be 3 characters that are only playable in crystal battles. But if this new version of Few becomes an NPC and only becomes accessible only in basically crystal battles, and then I would probably going to be in a reaction that said, why the hell would they do that if they want to make them playable? But I really have keeps my hope they make them playable. If not, let's say, and I will say, if he's then what character good are. But also some people rumor that this new version of Few will not be the only character that will appear. Some people that there's only one more character. Now this is my own speculation, and because I may not be correct in when we might get revealed, but there's gotta be 2 speculations of what if a 4th and final characters that we might get. Some people say it's Charlotte from Dragon Ball Legends. Some people say it's Bergamo, the character that was forgotten and the character that was straight out forgotten and the character that was straight out forgotten and from the Cartoon City Vote old DLC, and people has not seen this character in many other DLCs. Basically, Super Saiyan God Trunks, but the one thing that I might be speculated on, and this is my own speculation, is Lord Chilled. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Tomas, why you say Lord Chilled? Well, obviously he might be but obviously I know there are. I know. Lord Chill will become playable in Sparkle Zero Neo, but there is one possibility if that fact region, because if Lord Chill becomes like playable and basically and becomes the 4th character in DLC 4 in the Future Saga Chapter 4, then I will probably be hyped and I'm going to scream. But even though that some simple speculations may not become true, but it's all the hopes up that we might end up getting some characters. It'd be impossible because some people say he's going to reuse assets from Frieza's moveset, because reuse animations has been like a talked about things in basically every single game. So it's very possible that people are basically going to like complaining about stuff like that. So anyways, but if we are getting like 3 characters, which including like Ultra Supervillain Kunola, Ultra Superhero Goku, and Ultra Supervillain and Few, it could be possible, but obviously I hope there's going to be like a 4th character, because if we get like a 4th character, but there also like if there was like a Daima character, that's probably going to be like that gotta be random, just like what they did in Future Saga Chapter 2, when Daima Goku was announced as a 3rd character, or 3rd and final character in Future Saga Chapter 2, which I would glad to say that they kind of did a rush job of making his moveset and didn't even actually give him Super Saiyan, which I was kind of upset about when the DLC came out, where they didn't include his Kamehameha wave, and basically for now. But but even though that people that Bandai and Bandai doesn't even Bandai has kind of phased out on the of craze anymore, because apparently that the Diamond Pack, when we got Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta from Daima, it makes it like it's just the last time that we ever seen a Diamond in a Xenoverse game, and we only get to see those Diamond characters in Sparkling Zero. But yeah. But also on July 6th, like I said before, we are getting like Ultra Super Villain and Kulinoa. And then on July 7th, we are getting in Ultra Superhero Goku. And finally, on July 8th, after all the reveals are basically shown, the DLC will be finally be released in July 8th. Which I'm very excited for this DLC to get released, because I want to see how this game is going to get a perfect send-off. And it's very sad how to see this game is ending. Ever since I got this game for like a lot. And basically, it's like one of my favorite Dragon Ball games I play. And basically, ever since I even actually played the original Xenoverse in basically, my PS3 in 2017. And I love the Dragon Ball series. I love Dragon Ball. Oh, it's one of my favorite anime series, and it's very sad. It's been a wild one for Xenoverse from October 2026 to July. Not October 2026. I'll be 316. Sorry about that. But like I said, let me start over. October 2016 to July 2026. It's been a wild one. 10 years of Xenoverse 2's lifespan. It's been a wild one. But anyways, I really hope that this DLC, I'm really glad that this DLC has a release date, and I really hope to see what's for Chapter 4 closes up the final chapter of the Xenoverse series, where we move on to the third game, Xenoverse 3, the reboot of the Xenoverse series. And after that, that's all I gotta say, and that's going to be it for this video. Oh. Now, before I end this video, that I won't be posting on Saturday, because I will be going somewhere, and I won't come back until Saturday. And I will be continuing to post videos when I come back. But anyways, let me know in the comments below. What is your speculation? What is your speculation? What those things going to be here on July 4th and July 5th? Let me know in the comments below what your speculations would be. And as always, this is Tomas Mathis signing off. See you guys later, and see you guys next time. Farewell, my fellow time patrollers.